Hello, and welcome to another episode of Crizzy Books. I'm Crizzy, or Criz, but only my homeboys call me Criz. If you want to be my homeboy, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It's the only way. If you don't do that, then keep my name out your mouth. So hit that subscribe button, please. Please, pretty please. And today, I'm going to be doing a review for No One Is Talking About This by Patricia Lockwood. This book has been on my radar for the past year-ish, year and a half, 2 years, I don't know. Whenever it came out, I heard at the end of that year a lot of gushing reviews about this. People seem to really like it a lot. And the premise sounded interesting, something to do with being online. I really went in pretty blind, though. I didn't have a whole lot of knowledge about the plot or anything. And I'm glad I did, because this is truly a very unique book. It's so interesting the way that it starts. I think that it captures a lot of its main themes perfectly. The shift in tone and perspective of the main character around the middle was just perfect. And after that, it's truly heartfelt. It's insanely funny, especially if you have internet meme-based humor. There's a lot of that in here. I really enjoyed this, but let's get into what I actually liked or didn't like about this. So, what did I like? Like I said, the way that it's written. This story centers around our main character, who is popular online in this online forum sort of thing. I think of it similar to Reddit, but she's popular for posting. Pretty cool. The way that it is written is in very short, almost just paragraphs, and it just switches. Every paragraph is something different. It's scatterbrained. It's all over the place. And I think that it's a little jarring and weird at first, but when you think of it through the context of being online all the time, things like Twitter, Instagram, memes and humor, 24-hour news cycles, it makes total sense. My attention span is incredibly short. There's things that I think are important today that are not important tomorrow, or things that are, what's the hot topic of the moment? And that's how this goes. Some of this stuff makes no sense because you don't really know what the context is. And I guarantee if you went back 3 years and started digging into some type of joke that was popular for the month of March, it might not make any sense to anybody now. And yeah, it's really great. So unique. This is where a lot of the funny moments come from, because it has a lot of references to actual real life stuff. It then takes a turn. Our main character's sister has a baby who is born with some type of deformity, something with her skull where it keeps growing, or it's something like that. It shifts her perspective and gives her more of a focus in life and finding more priority in things like family. I really loved this shift. I think that it's so pertinent too, in terms of just the world that we live in. I think a lot of people feel very disconnected from each other, and I think the internet has a lot to do with that, social media. And I think that the way that it, hits that theme is just so well done. In the later half, she's just more talking about the things that are important in life and what really matters, and isn't really talking about internet stuff anymore. There's a far more focus and attention to the baby and her family. And then ultimately, this baby dies, and then we get those feelings of grief and love and sadness and being with her family. It's very raw and emotional and just fantastic. Loved it. Back to the humor. So many funny moments that reference just our life. It references the Folgers commercial, the infamous Folgers commercial, if you know what I'm talking about, between I think it's the brother is like in the army or in college, and he comes home, and the sister's like, if you've seen it, you know what it is. You should go check it out. It is truly one of the most baffling commercials of all time. There's also a reference to Smooth by Santana, which any reference to Smooth by Santana, that's one of my favorite songs. Of course, I love that. It's an automatic 5 stars. If you're an author out there and you want a 5-star review from me, reference Smooth by Santana and Rob Thomas. I don't even have to read the rest of it. It's 5 stars. But yeah, it's very funny. It nails that feeling of apathy that a lot of people feel. I know I feel that way sometimes, and just like everything is just drenched in 1,000,000 layers of irony to the point of just like, nothing is serious ever. There's no reason to take anything seriously, and, being sincere, it feels foreign most of the time. And towards the end of it, it had me feeling very introspective because I struggle with making a joke out of everything. Obviously, I have a sense of humor, and being honest with myself or my emotions or just taking things more seriously can be difficult because, the world's a shit place. So humor is a great defense mechanism. It's really important to find more meaning and sincerity in the things that really do matter, and being more honest with, how you feel, or just taking things a little more seriously, I think, is really at the core of this book. I like a book that makes me kind of hold a mirror up to myself, and this one definitely did. So that's what I liked. What did I not like? I'm going to say nothing. I think that at the beginning, the only thing, and this really is not like a negative, is that scatterbrained narrative is so confusing at first. I had a lot of people that I knew who gave this book high praise, and when I started reading, I was like, what in the fuck am I reading right now? But it gives you context clues very quickly. You get into it, you start to understand what's going on. I don't think it's a negative at all. I think that after reading it, it actually works out very well. And so no real problems there. I think that this book is super unique in its narrative. It's really poignant with its portrayal of online search for validation, themes of love and grief and family. I think it's really, really great. Pretty beautiful story, and yeah, I highly recommend it. And it's not super long either, so there you go. Knock it out pretty quick. Overall, I'm going to give No One Is Talking About This a 5 out of 5. Fantastic. But what do you think? Have you read this? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Sound off in the comments below. Be sure to absolutely crush. I'm talking put it through a friggin' table. That subscribe button. And as always, thank you for watching. Bye.